Hello, this is Ricky, the YouTube tech guy. Hey guys, so this video is my first impressions on the Galaxy S26 series. I spent about an hour and a half with the phone and I just want to give you my initial thoughts. I'm going to have a lot of more dedicated videos on the hardware specs, the software specs, all that kind of stuff, so subscribe to see all of those videos. But my initial thoughts are going to be that software has taken center stage for this S26 series. And that is a double-edged sword because people do want to see hardware changes to know that, hey, I'm not going to get this software upgrade on my current S25 or S24 or S23 series. They want to see hardware differences that make a big impact. And usually software does trickle down, but this is going to be different, I feel, more and more with the more adoption of AI deciding a lot of the software changes. And the reason I say that is because the processor is going to determine how fast AI works or if it can work to make a feature usable at all. And I will tell you on something like the photo assistant feature that allows me to edit in my gallery using AI, it really is so much faster than the S25 that I previously have had. And I think this is going to determine a lot of things on if we see this software changes happen on older phones. Because Samsung has a choice to make. Do they want this software to happen on older phones, be supportive on those new features, or is that going to create a bad experience? Because if you're AI editing for the first time in your gallery and it takes too long on an S24 or an S25, you might never use it when you buy a new phone or think that it's not that good of a feature. But if you use that same feature on a newer model phone and it was so quick, you might use it all the time. So there is definitely a thing where I think Samsung is going to select and choose what software trickles down to older models. Maybe I'm wrong, only time will tell, but that is something that I'm very curious to see how it ends up happening. Now, the biggest thing that makes people buy new smartphones is always been the battery and the camera. These are the two biggest features that move the needle for phone buyers. Both Samsung and Apple learned last year that people don't care about the thinness of a phone with their Edge and Air models. It doesn't move the needle. However, I will say that when it comes to the camera, this is the best aperture we have seen in 6 years on a Samsung phone, so it might improve the low light quality a lot. I'm going to take a lot of photos this weekend and videos and compare them to the S25 and other phones to really see if it is worth the upgrade. Subscribe again to check out those videos as well. Overall, there are a lot of feature updates that Samsung did bring, which I'm going to do separate videos on. The privacy screen, the screen calling, the photo assistant, and a lot more that Samsung did bring to this phone. But I'm curious if those are enough to move the needle. I think the photo quality is actually going to determine if most people buy this year's phone or if they'll wait till next year's. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Are you interested in the S26? Have you been waiting for an upgrade? And if it is a dramatic update in both photo and video quality in low light settings, would that make you buy it? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you as always so much for watching. This has been Ricky, the YouTube tech guy. Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, follow me on social media at YouTube Tech Guy. And check out some more great tech videos on your screen right now.